Keegan here, and different location. This is actually the second time I'm doing this one. I'm deleting the other one just because I did not like how it turned out in my commentary portion. The actual reaction video is still the same. But today we're talking about the brand new Cypher Pearl from Track. The Cypher Pearl from Track has quickly, very quickly, become my go-to pearl ball in the bag. Let's talk about the specs, then we'll get into the why on the lane. The Synergy Remake core with dot is the core in this ball, which has a 254 RG, same as the Crown Victory, and an 047 differential, which is actually a little bit more than the Crown Victory. But the cover is the Prime Response Pearl HK22, 500,000, 1500 compound, same surface as the Crown Victory. And I'm bringing that up because on paper, you'd really think these balls would be very similar. And the thing is, they are just not at all. And I'll get more into that later. I just recorded the Crown Victory as well. And we'll, like I said, we'll get more into that on the lane portion. But yeah, that's those are the specs. It's the same cover as I believe it's both the Stealth Pearl and the Theorem Pearl. And so it may just be this cover. Works really well for smoother pearls, like pretty length and some smoothness. Works amazingly. But let's head on the lane and then we'll talk about what I'm seeing. All right, here we are on lane. As you can see, I am playing a little bit further right than I was with the Crown Victory. And just in these first couple of shots, it's much easier to see just how much more lopey and forward this one plays. It's just so much smoother, and it's the same layout as well. This one is something special. I didn't strike like a ton while filming, just because I was trying to see what it did. I wasn't really focused on striking. I was just focused on getting it off my hand consistently, putting it onto the lane somewhere, and seeing what it did from there. But the way this ball rolls is very reminiscent of a certain style of ball from a few years ago that was really popular. I can't really think of any like Brunswick examples, just because at the time the SBI brands were so popular. But it's balls like, you know, the Lights Out, the Punch Out, Frantics, Wreckers, stuff like that. The medium strength cores with the kind of cleaner but not super responsive covers. That's how this one feels. It's not super responsive, it's not super sharp off the lane, but you still get plenty of length, and you do get some response, but it's also just kind of controllable on the back end. Like, there were some shots that I did kind of have to worry about it going through the face, but that was more because I got it to read too early instead of it seeing the friction too much, that's something I can deal with a lot easier. But yeah, this one it's weird in a good way. It's kind of lopey, kind of forward, not super jumpy. It's just kind of exactly what you want when you're wanting control and length without having to it's really just the ball that you get when you don't want to compromise on those two things. Because a lot of times control equals earlier hook, or length equals more violent back ends, as we saw with the Crown Victory. This one kind of eliminates the gap there. It's that gap filler of something that's still And this is pin up too. Like, it's not, I didn't drill this with a controlled layout. I drilled this with, honestly, something that typically gets a little bit more flip for me, but it's just so tumbly and rolly that, honestly, I just had a great time throwing this ball. If I'm just being honest with you, I had a great time throwing it. This is something special. There's not really anything like it out on the market today. It harkens back to some of those older style balls that even, like, honestly, I really want it compared to, I'm not on staff, so I can say this. I really want to compare it to a Typhoon because it in and of itself is trying to harken back to those older days of those balls I mentioned earlier. Or, like, you know, like the tropical heats and stuff. To where, like, it's not like R2S is Storm's most responsive cover. It has a reactor, which is actually smoother, even though it's weaker. Even though it's not actually weaker anymore, but it is still smoother. Luke Rosal has talked about that a little bit. They buffed the cover strength of those. And honestly, this is going to hook more than it. But I feel they fill a very similar niche, shape-wise. And I'm going to be throwing this at League. I'm putting it on my favorite shiny surface, which is, like, it's 4K fast from the SPI days. It's just, I take it step by step up to 4K and I keep it at 4K for a minute, and, like, it comes out a little bit, like, a little bit shiny, but I don't like polish, so that's what I do. I'm really looking forward to throwing this in League. That's really all I can say. It's going to be probably the star of the Summer Doubles League vlog series that I'm doing with my buddy Cody. I'm really looking forward to testing this more out for y'all. If I get to Mullen Sport Shops more, I'll try to throw it there. I'll probably get to throw it there a little bit. It just kind of depends on what they put out. As long as you're not putting out really anything too short where it, like, the responsiveness will be an issue, it's coming out at some point. Honestly, the track lineup is, like, perfect right now for, like, building, like, a sport or a league bag, depending on what you are facing. Because you can have your big smooth ball with Criterion, your big angular ball with the Criterion Hybrid or Theorem. Those are depending on how much strength you actually want from it. Then you can, like, throw a stealth mode in for your, like, kind of solid big core sim, followed by this ball, and you're gonna cover pretty much everything you're gonna see. Once again, except for urethane, but Hammer's the urethane company for their brands of Brunswick. But legitimately, I would bring I don't have a Criterion or Criterion Hybrid. I do have a Theorem. I really thought about comparing these, this one to the Theorem, but just didn't get a chance to. But I would bring that bag with me pretty much anywhere, and I think I'd cover pretty much all my bases. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been on Bar Reviews. Oh shoot, I missed again. I hope I don't miss y'all next time. Thanks for watching.